Check out the new light. No more crappy fan thing. Hey there, live collectors. This is another episode of my collection. Don't have any rum and coke today, so we are going with red wine. This is going to be the Samplers and Other Releases edition. If you're familiar with my website, it would be basically covering all of Section 3. Samplers, exclusives, in essence basically any releases that are strictly live, but are not albums, singles, or radio shows. So things like fan club releases, video compilations, interview discs, album samplers, that nature of thing. So let's get right to it. First of all, let's go through the videos that I've got available here. This is Secret Videos. It's a VHS cassette. I believe it is in PAL format. So if you are in the United States or Canada, you may not be able to, well, you won't be able to play this unless you've got the proper hardware for it. The cassette itself, as you can see, is still shrink wrapped. Interestingly, they didn't shrink wrap the case, but the tape itself is shrink wrapped. So it's got 3 videos on it. Originally, if you bought the Turn My Head single from Germany, some stores would give you this as a freebie just for buying the single. Hit Videos is a video compilation from the Throwing Copper era. It only has 2 songs on it, Selling the Drama and I Alone. Once again, this was distributed in Europe only, so it's again in PAL format. So it's just a promo tape. Again, you won't be able to watch it if you're in the States unless you've got PAL related. Well, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe these days you can just copy it to the computer and convert the format. I don't even know. But if you're in Europe, you can pop this sucker into your VHS player. Although I wouldn't really recommend it, kind of becoming a bit of a rarity. And this guy here, kind of hard to see, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. It's called the In-Store Play Video. It's got 5 songs on it. Music videos, basically. Won't bother taking it out of its white case. It came just labeled live, as you can see. And there's not much to look at. It's a VHS. Officially recognized by Radioactive and sent out to, I guess it was sent out to music stores and so forth to play in-store. If you go to a HMV or something like that, you might see videos playing on TVs that they've got there. This is the kind of thing that would have been issued to them. Music video stations like MTV and Much Music would have also received this type of thing. The fan club releases, the holiday gifts. I only have 3 remaining. I used to have about 15 or so, even though they haven't released that many actual fan gifts. This guy here, the 2000 Friends Alive holiday gift, I used to have, I think I explained this on the singles video, I used to have the entire press run of it, which was all the CDs that went into the production of it. So things like the Imagine mix acetates and so forth and things like that, and then just Red Book pressings and consideration things and so forth. Those have all been sold. That sold for quite a lot of money. This guy here, this is the official release. This is the one that you would have got. I think there were, I don't remember quite how many, but it'll probably say on the back here, won't it? Limited edition EP, 3,000 copies. They weren't numbered as far as I can tell, so you don't know how early on this was in there, but it doesn't matter. Anyone who's got one has got one. So we got that. This is the 2001 Friends of Live holiday gift. Again, another CD. It's got an exclusive remix of Like a Soldier on it that I don't believe is released anywhere else. And then the 2002 Friends of Live holiday gift, which is cardboard sleeve release. Won't bother taking the whole thing out, but the disc is just housed in the cardboard sleeve. A couple other releases here. We had the Conversation discs. There were only 2 of them ever issued. This is called In Conversation, and it was released just shortly after Throwing Copper to sort of promote the record, and it's about 20-some minutes of most of the boys in live discussing the record. And then Maximum Live, which was kind of a weird little guy, released after The Distance to Here. And when this was put out, it was a little misleading. You can see this track list here. Roots and Branches, The Big Come Down, Blood and Fire, Ocean Size, Another Midnight. These are not unheard live songs. They're nothing that you haven't heard. For whatever reason, they just decided to, the makers of this decided to name the tracks after, you know, discussion topics in what the interview is pertaining to. So that confused people when we first heard Maximum Live. We thought this was some compilation with about 5 or 6 unheard songs that we didn't even know the titles of. Not exactly the case. Some album samplers. This is Un Adelanto de Six Temas. Sorry for all you Spanish people or Portuguese people. Whatever language that actually is, I'm sure I'm butchering it. This has 2-minute versions of all these, or you know what, actually that's the funny thing, is it says 2 minutes. If I can zoom in here, let's see. Well, if that'll clear up, you can see it says 2 minutes for each of these tracks. I believe the disc actually plays the whole songs. So it's about half of Secret Samadhi. It was just a promo thing released in Spain to promote that record. The 4-track sampler was a Distance to Hear advanced acetate, containing, of course, 4 tracks from the record. Live Snippet was another, it was an acetate from, I believe, Germany. Yeah, from Germany. Containing 8 of the songs from the Distance to Hear. And then we had Songs from Black Mountain preview disc, and of course it was always misspelt. So if you actually go to my website, I purposely misspell the title of the disc, because it's actually misspelled itself. And that's again just an acetate. Let me see if I can take that CD out and show you guys. There you go. That's it right there. One of the only, if not the only, sampler for that record. Remaining here we have just some random things that don't really fall into any category. These are just promo items in general. BMG Music Publishing released 2 versions of a disc just simply called Live. It's again an acetate. It's got, I believe, 18 or so songs on it. 17 or 18. It actually has Evolution Revolution Love by Tricky, just to cap off the end of it. This is the other version of that disc. It's more or less the same, except, well, mostly the same tracks. It's got a stickered disc instead of a silkscreen one. And it's mostly the same track list, a little mixed up, and it's got 1 extra song somewhere on there. This one is just simply called UK. This was another BMG Music Publishing compilation, probably the final product of these 2 discs right here. These are likely early releases of that. And this is a full-on proper silver disc. A couple of years ago it was pretty common to find, but I don't know if any of that has changed. Live from Canada, this is just a cardboard sleeve release. It was released after Secret Samadhi. It was sold only in Canada, only at Future Shop locations. If you bought a live disc, it didn't have to be Secret Samadhi, it could be any live CD from Future Shop within a couple of weeks of Secret Samadhi's release, they gave you this guy for free. And when I first got them, there were about 200 to 300 of these in a box, and I tried to get more than just one, but they said they couldn't do it. The 2000 Millennium Gift, 2000 Friends of Live Millennium Gift. Kind of a weird little thing. It was, I believe, because Live missed a concert on New Year's Eve or something like that of 2000, and the fans were given this if they went to the replacement concert that happened in February. It's just a sort of, it's got Vine Street on it and Sun Loop version. It's also numbered. I'm running out of time, so I won't take it out of the case. I just want to introduce 2 more CDs to you, and then we're good. This is Live ROM 1. It doesn't actually have a proper title, but people go with Live ROM 1. It's a CD-ROM. I think it's got the video for a Simple Creed. You know what? I'm not a whole bunch sure on that one. Let me see. It doesn't actually say it on here, and I'm not familiar with it at the moment. But it's a CD-ROM of some sort. Came with some releases of 5 if you bought them in Europe. And then lastly, I normally don't even pay attention to these things, but I do have one proper bootleg, full-on silverback CD for Aldous Huxley, the bootleg Aldous Huxley, which contains one of the earliest version of Freaks. I'm after 10 minutes. I don't even know if YouTube will allow me to put this up, but that's it. That is the samplers and other releases, and you guys enjoy. We will talk to you later. Right, bye-bye.